is that secret Senate leadership vote. Senator Scott has several of President-elect Donald Trump's most prominent supporters backing him to take that leadership role, as you just heard. Joining me now is former Georgia Congressman Doug Collins. Congressman, good to have you with us today.
Hey, good to have you, be with you, Todd.
All right, so what's up with this super secret vote here? Why not just go ahead and do this in public?
Well, it's what I hate to say it, but it's what they've always done on both sides of the chamber. Both the House and the Senate leaderships are done, by the caucus in a secret ballot vote. Sometimes, frankly, that favors the more conservative candidate, the one that we would like to see. Sometimes it doesn't, but you're not going to probably see that change anytime soon.
Again, the trifecta here, you've got Thune, Cornyn, and Scott. Who do you like out of that bunch, if anybody?
Here's the easy part for me. One, I don't have to vote, but number one, I'm like you. I want the one that's going to support the Trump agenda and get our administration appointments through, get the ones who are get the reconciliation done, and it not take all year. I want them to actually be pushing to get the judges done and those kind of things. And look, Scott has been much more outspoken and vocal in his support. I mean, that's been obvious in this situation. But at the bottom line, senators, those 53 senators, all collectively have to know they cannot afford to be seen as meandering on a Trump mandate and then waste it when they get in session in January 3rd.
No, I'm with you there. And on the other side, you've got, hopefully a Republican-controlled House of Representatives. And Speaker Johnson is, I think he's going to have to step up his game a little bit, Congressman.
I think all of the Republicans in the House, and these are many of my friends, are going to have to make sure that they actually get things passed. We have long passed the day in which you can make these, sojourns on I'm just fighting and I'm going to keep fighting and we don't pass anything. Todd, you and I both well know if they don't get 218 for a bill in the House that they put together, whether it's 100% of what you want or 80% of what you want, then they're wasting time. And they're wasting the voters of America's time by doing that. They've got to find ways to get stuff passed. And then the Speaker has to lead and the Majority Leader has to lead. And they've got to come together and put aside their differences for the betterment of the American people.
I know you've got a lot of never-Trumpers in the House. I get that. Bacon comes to mind, Don Bacon out of Nebraska, for example. I'm wondering, though, do you anticipate that those never-Trumpers might rethink their position, mainly because Trump got a majority of the popular vote here? I mean, the guy's got a rock-solid mandate.
Yeah, I mean, I think some of them may, but also, frankly, we've had some of our conservatives who've blocked their own appropriations bills. They blocked their own, other bills because it didn't get everything that they wanted in there. So, look, you're going to have some who are in districts that, don't like Donald Trump, but I think the mandate of popular vote is going to help that. And they need to see the fact that they've got to get stuff passed and get it through the Senate and get it to Donald Trump's desk for him to sign.
I'm curious, looking at what the president's about to do, some of the picks he's already made, Tom Homan, for example, on border security. How excited are you about this upcoming administration?
I think it's going to be fun. Tom is a dear friend, and I'm excited to see him. If anybody had any wonder about where we're going to stand on immigration in this next administration, all they had to do was look at Tom Homan. I'm so excited. I've been talking all day about these picks and these issues, so I'm really excited about it. Tom provides what the world needs. He provides an honest perspective. He'll tell you what he believes. He tells you what is truth, and he doesn't care if you believe it or not. He's going to tell you what needs to happen, and that's what we need to have. Now, he'll be doing it from the White House, it looks like, so the Homeland Security and immigration folks will be working closely with him. And I'm looking for ICE to be put back into doing what ICE is supposed to be doing, our Border Patrol agents to be doing what they're supposed to be doing, and we get away from this open border that opens us up on national security issues, economic issues, and a drug crisis.
Now, on the in the House side, by the way, looks like there could be a little bit of a race there for GOP leadership, with Elise Stefanik now getting the nomination to be UN ambassador. That would open up a leadership position there. What does that position need to look like, and who do you think would be a good fit there?
Well, I think there's going to be several come up to mind there. I think Cap Kamek from down in Florida would be a great pick for that position. It's an interesting position. It's in charge of making sure the caucus has the information and it needs it to get together. So I think you're going to have, several posts I think have come out, Lisa McClain and others. But again, it's got to be somebody who's willing to stand in leadership and say, we've got to come together. We've got to pass this reconciliation package that I know is coming. And we also got to be able to pass other bills, which means we as Republicans have to get together. And I think that person could be maybe one that could bring as many people as possible together. You may not all get all 221 or 220 or whatever it is, but you got to get enough to pass your legislation.
Yeah, no doubt about that. All right, Doug, we're going to have to leave it there and get some Ricola, my friend. That'll take care of that cough.
Had too much of a good thing last week there, Todd.
Or some apple brandy. So there you go.
There
Thanks, Congressman.
Take care.